Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup that has been sent to me by various Dollar Divas over the last few months. So I always think it is so sweet when people think of me and send me stuff, and I really appreciate it. So I thought it would be fun to do a video and show kind of a lot of these products all as a full face of makeup. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Of course, if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back for another video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel. What I mean by that is I like to do a lot of the same fun content that other makeup channels do. I just like to keep it in the bargain price point. So the closer to $1, the better. So definitely become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube. And I think the majority of what I have in here is like drugstore price point. There is a high-end item. Then there's like a thing or two, I think, from Shop Miss A. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So yeah, we've got a lot to get through today. So without any further chit-chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. Okay, so I just did my brows off camera. I just used my, because these are just products that I have, I use the IONI Retractable Brow Pencil in dark brown, the LA Colors Eye Primer, and my Mercerie Full Coverage Concealer. So we're going to start with eyeshadow, and I have two things I'm going to be using today. So one of my Dollar Divas, I think her name is Irma, if I'm remembering correctly, sent me a couple hard candy palettes. This is the Look Pro eyeshadow palette. This is in rose gold, so it's just this really pretty, you know, pinkish type of a palette. It's got mattes and shimmers. And then for maybe some lighter stuff, I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona Retro Glam. This was sent to be by my Dollar Diva and friend, Gigi. Might go into this palette here for this lighter shimmer. So I thought that they would go kind of nice together. I might actually go into this shade right here for all over my lid. This is the shade Lucy. I have not actually used this Natasha Denona palette yet, but I have duped it. I'll have that video down below. I duped it with Dollar Tree eyeshadow. I think we did a pretty good job. This is just going to lay like a base down for our other shadows. There we go. Very, very nice. So I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into this shade right here in the Hard Candy palette. It's kind of a mauve-y type of a matte shade. I have not thought this look through previously, so again, just kind of as usual, I'm winging it. Really not much fallout with both palettes. So I'm going to kind of smoke it out just a little bit with this shade right here. It's kind of a charcoal, matte charcoal. I'm going to use a different, more compact brush for this. These are going on really smooth, very blendable. Like this shade here has a little bit of fallout, but when I kind of forgot, I've got these brushes too that Irma also sent to me as well, and I'm completely forgetting to use them. It's this entire brush set. It's the Zomel, is how you say it, 3. And you can see the kind of the logo on there. And they're all like brand new. Let me take one out. Like it's got like all of these eyeshadow brushes and like foundation brushes, powder brushes. Because I just kind of completely forgot. This one here was similar to the one that I was using, so I will use this one here. They feel really, really, really nice. You can always use brushes, in my opinion. Oh yeah, that's doing nice. I'm gonna kind of blur it out with like a light fluffy brush, so I'm gonna use this one right here. I've got like some sets of brushes, nothing that big of a set. Like I've got like a trio, and then I've gotten like the e.l.f. Mint Melt brushes. I've gotten some like Moda brushes, some Real Techniques brushes, but I've never gotten like a big set like that. Okay, so now we're gonna have fun and go into some shimmers. I'm gonna go into that shade right there. I'll probably do that one, and then this one, and then that one. So we'll just kind of see. I use this brush right here. It's kind of a flat brush, kind of like my zebra print one that I use all the time. And I'm gonna really pack that on. And then of course, I'm gonna spray it with setting spray. Put that in the center of my lid. So that color there that I just used and this shade here, Flare, and the Natasha Denona palette look really similar. Let me swatch them. Oh, they're very, very similar. This is the one from the Hard Candy that we just used, and that's the one from Natasha Denona. The Natasha Denona one is a little bit more pink, if that makes sense. I think I'm going to concentrate a little bit more of that charcoal shade out on the outer part of my eye and just kind of blend where I just put the shimmer as well. I'm going to use a little bit of a smaller, like compact brush so I can really concentrate that. There we go. I feel like that did what I needed. It wasn't much. It just needed a little something. Do the same on my other eye. So I cleaned off that little flat brush and I'm gonna go into, I might actually just go directly into the shade here. I don't know. I might go there first and then go into that. I'll go into the slightly darker one. I'm gonna do like I always do, kind of have it get a little lighter as it goes towards the inner part of my eye. Now I'm gonna use that lightest shade right there. And there's actually a smaller brush like that that's flat and thin. So I'm gonna use it for that shade. So I'm just gonna add some IONI Fat Lash Mascara. Just gonna add a coat of this and then I've got some new lashes to try, so I will be right back. Okay, so my mascara is on. I'm gonna use some of my IONI Lash Glue Liner in one. And I've got these lashes here, something else my Dollar Diva and friend Gigi sent me. And I've never used this brand of lashes before and she sent me a bunch, y'all. This brand Ruby May. And they're premium 3D lashes. These are in the style Heather and they look really nice. I might have to trim them. They look a little bit kind of long for my eye, so I might have to actually trim these. They look really lightweight, very wispy, so I'm just gonna trim a little bit off of the end. Might actually still be a little bit too long. Let me trim off a little bit more. Man, very nice. They went on very easy. Like I said, they're so lightweight, so wispy. They're really, really beautiful. And I will have my lash tutorial linked down below because I really go into depth about how to put on false lashes, or at least how I put on my false lashes. And I've got 2 different methods, so if you're newer to my channel and you don't know I have one of, like a lash tutorial, I do. I will have it linked down below. And my left lash is like always harder for me. I don't know why, it just always is. I guess because whatever I do on my right eye, I have it like, I feel like I have a hard time getting it to completely match how it looks and feels on this side. All right, so lashes are on. So lashes are on. We're gonna of course come back to the eyes. I'm gonna move on to face. And I have got this Miss Young Full Cover Matte Long Lasting Liquid Foundation, and this is in the shade. Doesn't say what shade it is, but it looks like it's something that will work. If not, I've got something else here that can help deepen it up, so we'll see. It's got this interesting kind of applicator here. I've never used a foundation in a thing like this. So there we go. It looks like it should work. If not, like I said, I've got something that can deepen it up. That was also sent to me by a Dollar Diva. Let's see. I think this shade might work. Could use a little deepening up. So I've got this JOAH Truly Yours BB Radiant Beauty Balm in Deep. And so I'm just going to add a few drops of this as well. I haven't used much from JOAH. Of course, I know that they sell JOAH at CVS. I think the only thing I've ever used from JOAH is like a setting powder, and I've got like a brush from them. So there we go. I'm going to add a little bit of that there as well and just kind of mix them together. It's still a little bit light. There we go. Both of the products worked really well together. I love the finish of it. I've been doing this in work too. I've got a new color, which is I've got a new color BB cream, and it's in light. That's of course what Candy Moyo was before it changed to Candy Moyo. And I've been mixing it with a Wet n Wild foundation I have that's like really like dark for me. And I've been mixing them up because I've been really wanting to use up that BB cream. So, and I'm almost there. But I've been just making my own custom blend, you know, my own shade. I would imagine some foundations you can't really mix together, but a lot of them, you know, some probably don't mix well together, but I've never really had a problem with the ones that I've mixed together. So there we go. So we've got our foundation laid down. And that's really got like a lot of really good coverage. I guess between this being full coverage and this being a BB cream, it kind of makes a really nice effect because it just kind of, for me, it thins it out just a little bit. Of course, it deepened it up as well. So I just added my concealer from Mercerie under my eyes. Now I've got a powder. I believe this was also sent to me by Irma. This is the Color Geometry Makeup Powder. And I don't know which shade it is, but it's got this beautiful like flower on it. And I'm gonna just use this to set down my makeup. I'm not gonna bake under my eyes, I'm just gonna put it all over. Looks like it's a nice shade for me. I don't guess I've ever heard of this brand either. So in work, if you've seen my makeup collection series, when I went through all my powders, I had this like pink setting powder that I like bought in a like impulse at Marshall's, and I really didn't know that the pink was really good for my skin tone, so I'm mixing it with a LA Colors loose powder that I got at like Family Dollar or Dollar General, and it's making like a peach, like an apricot color, and I'm loving it, you guys. So it's like I found a way to make that work for me. I'm really liking the finish. It's taken away just like the bad shine and has just left really like a nice luminosity to my skin, which I've been loving lately. Okay, so I just added some bronzer. I didn't have one that was in this group of items, so I just used this BPure little bronzer that I was wanting to declutter, and then I found out I actually kind of like it, so I used it for bronzer. But I do have a blush and a highlighter to try. So for blush, and I'm gonna mess up the name, who sent this to me. It was my most recent Dollar Diva that sent me stuff. She sent me the cat line, and she was like so sweet to send me like the LA Colors cat inspired makeup, and then she had some extra stuff in there that she included because she accidentally ordered extra through Shop Miss A. So this is the AOA Studio Hue Days Blush Balm. This is in the shade Apple Butter, so it comes in this like little pot. And look at that, y'all. So I'm gonna apply this with a stippling brush, as I always do cream and liquid products. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. Seems to be nice and like buildable, almost like a stain. My last testing new Dollar Tree makeup video, I tested the BPure cheek and like lip stain, and it was phenomenal. This actually reminds me a lot of that. Just a very nice sheer wash of color. The shade's really beautiful. It's going on really wonderful. It's not taking off my foundation. Look at that. That is gorgeous, y'all. And again, it's a bargain makeup item because it's Shop Miss A. Really, really like that. I can see myself getting a lot of use out of this. Now I've got highlighter as well. I think this came in the stuff that my friend Gigi gave to me. I can't really read the name. It's like Jaymine Beauty or something like that. It's just this little highlighter, you guys. And the shade is called Oh Mom. So it looks kind of just like a nice kind of goldish bronzer. So I'm just gonna go in with this on like a little brush. Wow, that's actually a lot more, it's a little bit more intense than I expected it to be. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more muted. Go in with my powder brush. Kind of mute it down a little bit. I thought it was gonna be a lot more subdued, so I went with a heavy hand because you know how I am. There we go, that's beautiful though. That's a really nice color. No like big chunky glitter, just has a really, really nice sheen to it. There, you know me. I like a lot of, might as well put a little extra glow. So now back to the eyes. So I'm gonna do an under the brow bone highlight, an inner corner highlight, smoke out underneath, all that kind of stuff. So I really pulled out the Natasha Denona palette because I knew this wouldn't really have a good under the brow bone highlight or like an inner corner highlight. So I thought I would go into the shade right here, Flutter, for some of that little extra sparkle. So I'm gonna just take a little bit, put it under my brow bone. Very, very nice. I'm gonna see what I got here in my brushes. Oh yeah, I've got something for the inner corner highlight. So that brush set comes with like one of these little tiny, teeny brushes. So I'm going to that same shade, pack it onto that brush and spray it. This might be too thin of a brush, I don't really know. Might be too thin of a brush. So I'm gonna take one that's a little thicker. This one here is from Dollar Tree. There we go, that did a pretty nice inner corner highlight. Kind of want to get a little crazy. I think I might take some of that shade. I don't know, it's like I want to do like a little pop of shimmer. I could take the shade Flutter, but I might take that shade right there. It's like a frosty mint green. It's Palladian. Might take a little bit of this and put it on the center of my eye. Just very subtle. Okay, that didn't come out too crazy. It wasn't really necessary. I don't think, actually don't really think the look benefited from doing that at all, but I kind of want to try. I was just starting to kind of get a taste for the sparkle, you know? So now I'm gonna smoke out underneath. I think I'm gonna use that shade right there in the Hard Candy palette. It's a little shimmery, but I think it'll make a nice smoking out color. Okay, so I just added some AOA Perfect liner. This is in chocolate brown. Not a great eyeliner at all, you guys, but I'm pretty happy with the eye look. I really love the lashes. I'm loving the finish of my skin. I'm loving, like, all the complexion products are just like A+. So yeah, I think we're gonna stop there with the eyes, and I do have 2 lip products. So I have gotten, I can't remember who sent this to me, but it is the Celavi brand. It's a pencil lip liner. It's in the shade Indian Red, and so it's like a lip liner. Then I've got this here. This is the, I think Tina might have sent me this. I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember. It's this is the Revlon Kiss Cloud Blotted Lip Color. This is in Airy Scarlet. So we're gonna try both of these. It's gonna be like kind of a bright color, you guys, we'll see. Going on really nice. Kind of an interesting color, not something I normally go with. So I recently tried, when I did that full face of new Dollar Tree makeup, I tried some lip stains. And lip stains are not my thing. I don't know what kind of product this is, but we will see. It looks really pretty. It's in this like really cool little bottle. Okay, it's gonna be a doe foot. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so the idea that it's like a blotted lip color, it kind of actually looks like it's like a stain. It's taken to my lips much better than any stain I've ever used though. It's got like a very, very different texture. It's like, it's very light, very thin. It really kind of does seem kind of like a stain, but like I said, it's, sometimes stains tend to go a little crazy on my lips. They don't always absorb into they'll absorb into some parts and not other parts. But it feels very silky, very light, very pretty. Some ways I think I would like it better without the lip liner, but it's very interesting. It's got a very interesting feel to it. Feels almost powdery, but like in a good way, not not in like a dry way, kind of like in a, I don't know, in a light, smooth way, if that makes any sense at all, but it's a very different, interesting product. So I don't really know how much my lips and my eyes match, but I had to do the best I could with what I had because I did want to try all these products, but we did get a look. I really love, I love the finish of my skin between that highlighter and the combination of that BB cream and foundation. I like my Under the Bone highlight a lot. I love the lashes, and the lip color is very interesting. Like I said, it looks good on my lips, you know, as far as how the color is on there. So it's kind of like a stain, but I don't think it actually is a stain. So this is the makeup look I got using products you all have sent me here in recent months. And like I said, I always appreciate when you think about me. It means a lot to me. I still got a lot of products. These are just some, but I did think this would be a fun idea for a video. So if you enjoyed it, show me you did by hitting the like button. Definitely check out my Get Ready With Me playlist down below. That way you can check out more videos like this if you enjoyed this type of video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.